Quarterback is down and not moving.
He's hurt.
Wow!
Oh, my.
Did you see that?
That hurts. Every Shark fan has a sickening feeling in the pit of their stomach at this moment. I know I do.
Get down! Come on, listen up!
You said you throwing to the receiver? Or you got some other shit on your mind?
We just lost 2 goddamn quarterbacks in one half of football because our line couldn't pick up a backside bandit on max protection. All week long, we work on the calls over again. You are not fucking focused! McKenna, what are you doing? You gotta keep your head on a swivel, man. You gotta slide out there. Pick up that robber. Roll up those outside linebackers. Beeman. Know your sight adjustments. Understand? Sanderson and Fox will break off their routes, but you gotta be there. You gotta deliver it. 2 goddamn turnovers in one half. Okay. Defense. This is what we gotta do here. I don't know. You gotta do something. You gotta do something out there. You gotta make it happen. I don't know what you're doing. You gotta stop flying around the fucking ball. Do something. Tackle somebody. Don't let these guys chew up the goddamn clock on us. Look, when we put 8 in the box, you gotta jam those receivers. I don't care. You can make mistakes. Make them big. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna eat your lunch for that. All right. Here we got PJ Mack, Beastman, Horny Shark. 1-2 yards less each time. They're gonna be looking at 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 6. We're only down by 3. We can win this mother. We got 3 losses in a row. I'm sick and tired of this. Are you? Because if you're not, raise your hand. Come on. If you're gonna act like a loser, raise your hand. If you're gonna act like pussy, raise your hand. What the hell are you doing, Jake?
I didn't want you to be the only pussy with his hand raised, Coach, so I figured I'd help you out.
Okay, gentlemen, this is where we live. We're not gonna let them fuck with us in our own house. You can only get better. And you don't have to worry about getting a hook because I got no one left. Okay?
Coach, I'm playing like shit. I ain't playing like myself.
Come on. You know how to play this game. You played this game your whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You grew up in Dallas, right? Right?
Yeah.
So maybe you're back in Dallas right now. I mean, you're home, you're enjoying yourself, you're back in the hood just before your mama calls you in for dinner. I say, go to the Buick. Turn around, I'll throw it to you. Remember that?
Yeah, something like that.
The point is what I'm saying, Willie, is you gotta forget it all. The crowd, the audibles, the goddamn playbook. Just focus on this next one pass. Go to the Buick. Turn around. Turn around.
All right, baby.
Enjoy it.
All right.
That's what you're here for.
The governor of California is saying that there's nothing for the public to vote on.
She's saying she's got the finances to build a new stadium in Los Angeles using lottery money.
Jeez, Ed. LA's a dream.
It's certainly good enough to leverage the city of Miami into a new stadium. What about the Rosendahl bid?
$250 million? It's so low.
With a new stadium and a winning team, this club is worth $800 million.
Johnny, have you got some sleazy little deal in L.A.?
You know all that.
Christina, you're like your dad. You're a dreamer. Take the money. You're still young, darling. Start over. Start a family. You don't love football anyway.
It's none of your business, Ed. Let's keep this between the 3 of us, okay? Morning, Tony.
Morning, Christina.
Tony?
Ed?
Alka-Seltzer?
No, thank you. I had about 4 for breakfast.
This is a hell of a loss, Tony. You know, I can see how my mom could drink herself into a stupor watching football games all her life, but I mean, this kind of play makes me want to jump out of a fucking window, Tony.
You know, you can run this a million times, Christy, but you know, on any given Sunday.
You're gonna either win or you're gonna lose. The point is, can you win or lose like a man? Dad said a lot of catchy things.
No, actually, I said that, but...
But he could never stand losing, could he? And Julian couldn't resist going for his bonus yards.
Blame me, not Julian. That was my call.
I know it was, Tony. It's 4 in a row. This season is a disaster.
Tony, without the playoffs, there's no more TV money.
You see this? I mean, they want your head.
Yeah, your father would laugh at those guys. This is a good football team.
We hit, we win. We put pressure, we win. We penetrate, we win. You do it as tough as it is possible to do. And you do that in all things. You die hard. That's what I'm talking about. You die hard.
Dad used to say, no intensity, no victory. Where the hell is your intensity, Tony? 4 years ago, we won the Pantheon Cup.
I was there, Christina.
Now what are we? We're a second-tier team.
We're not a second-tier team.
No, come on,
No,
admit it, Tony. You're not being honest.
We're a solid football team. We're just not inspired. Too many free agents. We got Julian. He's a merc. At the end of the season, he's gone. Next year, we rebuild our running game and we start...
You always talk about a running game, but Tony, who gives a shit as long as you're winning? People want to see passes, touchdowns, high scores. That's the game today. I paid a lot of money to get Nick Crozier here from Minnesota, specifically to modernize
Football's
this offense.
played on the field, Christina, not in the goddamn boxes. You knew that when you had candy stuck in your
You two got a lot to talk about.
If we'd have gotten a lineman I wanted in the first place, maybe our first 2 quarterbacks would
Tony,
still be walking.
think of the future. Do you know what we could get for Cap right now? Probably a second and a third draft choice.